Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode number 84 of Free to Play to Max, a series where at one point in episode 1, I was free to play. Now, after a long progression, I am looking to max. This is going to be the last episode of this series. As much as I have enjoyed the run and just, all of the support that I've had with this series, I am definitely also going to enjoy maxing this account and being able to top off my first ever max account in RuneScape in general. I've never even gotten close to this far, so it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good to be here. Right now I'm at 92 agility and 93 construction, and those are essentially the only skills that I have to focus on. I also would like to merch for a little bit of money this episode, but we'll talk about that. In terms of really what I have to focus on, it is just running and running and running. Some arty rooftops. That's essentially it. I don't really plan on doing much else. People have told me Sepulchre is pretty cool, and I just don't want anything that makes me have to focus too much, because I'd rather do things on the side and play other accounts. At this point, I can't 100% fully focus agility. At least I don't want to. There is no part of me that wants to fully focus on agility. So arty is where we will stay, and 93 agility is going to be the first level of the video. One of just many more to go. Looking at that 750k until the next level hurts my soul deeply, and especially considering that, it's only going to get worse from here, and we have 6 full levels still to do. So, yeah, gonna be a tough one. In terms of my bank, we are looking at 1.25 bill overall, which is just lovely to see. In terms of where I would like to end off this episode, essentially I need to pay for construction to 99, and in addition to that, I would like to have enough cash on the side to be able to purchase a twisted bow. Right now, a twisted bow is about 1.19 bill, so as far as my cash tag goes, I'm like 60-70 mil off, so I think I'm going to throw this on over to an alt account at some point here soon and start flipping with that, because I think I can make enough money for the twisted bow, and then hopefully whatever else I have just lingering around in this bank, I can just scrounge it all together and get myself enough money for 99 construction. Pretty hopeful, but I do have just a lot of random garbage that will actually sell for a little bit, so might be possible to sell off as is. If not, I'll dip into my merching fund and just fund it that way. I'm not too picky, but yeah, that's the play. I'm gonna go keep running these laps, and then I'm gonna switch some money on over to the merch account that we've had through the last 10 episodes of this series or so. I don't play on that account all the time because I just really don't need the money that much more. Essentially, I wanted to end this series on a twisted bow, so eventually if I come back to this account, I can do a rebuild series with a twisted bow and kind of do some high level PVM and have some fun in that regard. But yeah, I have no higher aspirations than that right now, so that will be the goal in terms of my cash stack. I'll log that in a nice little spreadsheet too, so we can see how it all goes. And yeah, I'm just gonna get to running. I'll see you guys in a second or two, but for me, it'll probably be like 5 days to a week. I don't do agility at a good rate. I said that this video I was going to probably do a little bit of flipping in hopes of eventually getting a twisted bow. I might not have to do any flipping. It might just be at the ready right now. My bank's still going to be a decent bit, at least enough to where I should be able to afford 99 construction, which is kind of the main side thing that I ever have to spend money on for the rest of this account. The only other thing I have to spend some money on is a twisted bow, and as I was going to mention, it has dropped in price. Kind of all of the gear has just gone down a good bit. I'm not sure if this will be enough. We will see. But yeah, all the gears dropped. Last episode, I kind of flipped gear whenever it bounced back up, and then I sold because I kind of anticipated that it would drop again. It just seemed like too severe of a dip, too sudden. And most of the time that corrects up and then actually goes down in the long term. Can I get the twisted bow? I cannot. I'm going to have to check GE Tracker and see how much they're going for right now. I would, love to get it without having to sell off anything in my bank, but if I got to sell off a little bit, that's no worry. It seems like it's about 22 to 25 mil higher than that price. So I'm going to have to scrap up some stuff in the bank. If I would have done this a little sooner, I probably would have got it. Honestly, meant to. I don't know. In my head, I think I just imagined it would still be low, and that's probably, my fault, I would say. But yeah, I got to scrape together some stuff now. And just like that, I should have enough now to get the twisted bow. I'm so excited, honestly. I mean, flipping for a little bit of it wouldn't have been too much of a bother, but obviously to not have to do that, pretty exciting. And yeah, I feel like this is a big goal for most people's account, and it's going to be for mine as well, because if I ever want to come back to this account, the plan is to do like a Twisted Bow rebuild series where I kind of focus more on the high-level bossing type stuff that I may have, you know, kind of done a bit of, but not just absolutely grinded, so I'd be more than happy to grind it, and wow, exactly the right price. Probably could have gotten it a couple mil less, but I am just happy to have it. So little Twisted Bow, I guess from scratch. I mean, I created this entire account through this series, so, you know, from scratch quote. And yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. I'm going to be running laps with this guy, and just kind of a flex, you know? Twisted Bow is insane. I mean, if you guys don't know, basically, it's like the best bow in the game. It's only good at certain things with high magic defense, so it's really kind of hit or miss depending on where it's useful, but where it is useful, it is insane. So yeah, we'll have that for the time going forward, and I gotta keep going forward with agility. Little under 300k till 94. Currently in a big old green cloud from the agility plugin, but man, these laps are a lot nicer to run with a T-bow in hand, just knowing that I've accomplished that. Jumping down, this might, yeah, that will give me the level. So up to 94 agility. Don't unlock anything with that. Won't be unlocking all too much going forward. I'm not too worried about any unlocks. I am just worried about continuously running these laps. And let's see how many, oh gosh, wait. Let's turn it on. Let's turn on the almighty plugin that I just am never ready to look at. Ugh, there it is. 1042. Oh my. Imagine what kind of masochist actually wants to play with this plugin on once you start to get up here like you. Oh man, that'd be a challenge of its own, but I am turning that off. No thanks, I'm good there, and yeah, I'll just keep on running with my marks sitting on the ground. Wow, and just like that, in no time at all, I'm up to 95 agility. Oh my goodness, the T-bow's worn off on me. Honestly, I don't care anymore. It's just, no, it's just an afterthought. I don't know, running around with it's more than its welcome. I am going to enjoy using it whenever that time does come, though, because obviously that's going to be exciting, but yeah, the agility grind's a little rough. I mean, by the time this video comes out, you guys will all have known that I by no means rushed agility. I was not planning on doing that. I would rather do plenty of other things than spend my days just sweating out agility. I do what I can here and there, but I mean, this is just tough, man. I have like another 1,000 laps around this same rooftop, 1,000 plus, and then I'll be at 96, and then I'll do it again, and again, and again, and then it'll be a night. So I mean, no time at all. We'll just keep pushing this forward. As far as construction, I really don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I hate the process of construction probably more than I hate agility, but just the fact that it's so quick will, you know, be motivating at some point. So we'll see. Logging in, I just had to record an intro for another video, so that is why I was logged out. However, I logged out because I was 99 XP away from 97 agility, so I think I'm gonna actually just use a lamp. You know, it feels kind of fitting as a small EXP lamp myself to get levels this way. So agility experience flying on in, and 97 agility right there, just like that. Feeling real good. Obviously 2 levels away, 2 very, very long levels away, as I don't need to say much more, but I mean, every time I look at it, man, it's killer. And now, I mean, we didn't see it down here because, like I said, I logged out, but there's actually a lap counter. So now, even though I don't like putting the agility counter on my rune light, now it's just in my chat all the time. So I have to close my chat and go to a trade screen or something if I want to avoid it. And then if I do that, if anyone sees me that notices me up here, they'll think I'm arrogant. So thanks, Jagex. Shout out to you. I guess I could put it on public and just sit here and look at that. All right, I got to work around. We'll be all right, but I'll just keep clicking green boxes and doing what I can. Probably going to do some construction soon. Honestly, I never really knew when I was going to do it. I'm playing a hardcore account on the side, so it kind of just had to line up with whenever I was going to do some more AFK type things on a hardcore, and I'm about at that point, so probably going to throw in some levels here soon, I'd imagine. Oh man, feels good to be checking in again. One long agility obstacle away from 98 right now. The one thing that has changed is I've turned off the timer on the report button. I can't stand it. Feels like I'm in prison just watching the time tick by. But Yeah, we're very close, boys. We're very, very close. Obviously, up to 98 agility. Oh my goodness, 1.2 mil XP away. I mean, I don't know. I'm also 93 construction, obviously, but it's like construction's easy. From where I'm at right now, it's like 10 hours of moderately efficient construction. While with agility, it's still 20 hours. So. I'm dying. I don't think I've addressed it yet. Maybe I have. I don't know. This has been over the span of a while at this point. But I actually looked up a guide for Sepulcher. I was like, maybe. And I mean, the rates look nice. It looks, moderately fun. But it's just too intense for me. And it's going to be too much to learn at this point. If I would have learned it sooner, maybe I would have given it a go. But I'm not really feeling up to it. But yeah, I mean, in terms of how many marks of grace I've stacked up, it's actually pretty impressive. It's going to definitely help pay for a good bit of my construction. Our bond runs out in 5 days. I'll probably be maxing on a couple days after that goes off, to be honest. So yeah, 33.5 mil though in marks of grace. So doing good out here on the rooftop. And yeah, probably going to get a construction level or two next. I don't want to, grind it all once I get 99 agility. I'm not really sure of the plan still. It's just kind of wherever I want to be, but the end is in sight. Well, here goes nothing. Gonna go ahead and get up to 96 construction. Got my nice little layout over here. Did a few levels, obviously. I was at 93 all the way to 96 now. 1 mil XP until every level from here on out. I'll probably check in whenever I get up to 98. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to save this all for the end. It's just far too much clicking to do that with, but yeah, nice little setup I got here. Basically, I just play in resizable, and then I have a little box, and it's easy. I click the Demon Butler, can build, just hold down the 1 key. And yeah, I mean, it's probably the best way to do construction in my opinion. I mean, mahogany tables are more efficient, and there might be other, higher XP routes, but this, for how easy it is just so worth it. It's like 500k XP an hour if you're doing it at a good rate. Theoretically, I should keep this last door here until the butler comes back, so he's exactly next to me, and it's just an easy click, send him to the bank, and off we go. But yeah, so far I haven't had to spend any cash from the Marks of Grace. If I have to do that at some point, I will. I've just been cleaning out the bank for the cash for this. I'd like to save some Marks of Grace so then I can recolor some sets and get some nice looking graceful if I can. Hopefully it will allow me, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just going to keep on building doors. Chilling out at the Grand Exchange. Got a Twisted Bow hiding out here. Wanted to keep it away from any hackers, make them work for it, and got to search around. But as far as myself, you can't see it right now, but I'm 150k XP agility away from 99, and I have 96 construction, 500k from 97. So in total, I have like 8 more efficient hours of gaming left until I max. So pretty exciting stuff. As far as me right now, though, buying probably the last bond. I mean, I would sure hope so until I max. Instant bought it just because, I'm pretty pumped to want to get doing some agility. They're getting a bit more pricey at this point, although they used to be they used to be around this price for a good bit, and then they've had some big dips recently, so I think people may be accustomed to a lower price, but honestly, this still isn't even that bad. It'd be bad, if I was in free-to-play still and needed to make 5.5 mil, but luckily enough, don't have to do that anymore. Off and running for another 14 days. Gonna log out. Keep grinding them laps. All right, making oak dungeon doors and throwing them away just as quick as I can make them. I am at this point a few away from 98. Well, that was the one actually. 98 construction right there. Obsidian decorative bench. Won't be making any of that. I honestly won't be fixing up my house for a long while. I really don't care. But, of course, what I'm looking for is the 99 construction. 1.2 mil XP away, which is just a little over 2 hours at a pretty good rate. And then I'm 30k agility XP off. So, essentially, I am on the home stretch. I am so excited, man. Got the max party going on in about 14 hours or so. Got to sleep as well before then. So I'm going to be big grinding here a little bit before bed. But do what we can out here. I'm excited to see all the lovely faces tomorrow and be a great way to end off the series. I'll probably, talk a little bit about my plans right now because tomorrow I'll be streaming. So I don't want to get too deep into the weeds if I can just do it now. In terms of this series, the goal was never to max. If you guys watch, the first 20, 30 episodes, it probably close to 20 episodes. Really, I was trying to make a main account and help aid the people that were newly coming in from mobile. But then at one point, I'm like, man, I've never really maxed an account. You know, I gotta do it. I gotta at some point do it, and you know, it felt right, because at the end of the day, I'd love to have a series on my YouTube channel basically showing everyone how I would go from, you know, having nothing and working and scrubbing for bonds to becoming a maxed account. And now I'll always have something to plug. You know, you guys know that I love plugging all my videos and series as much as I can. And if I have one that shows people exactly what to do at any point of their account, I mean, man, it was just always something I'd want to do. And I don't know. I didn't know if I'd end up maxing. I figured I would, you know, at some point. I was so deep into it, it's hard to give it up. But, you know, once you start getting 99s and rune crafting and close to agility and hunter, and, you know, you're already there, you know. You just got to keep going a little bit. So, yeah, I've been, you know, enjoying it every step of the way. It's been good fun, other than the agility laps I've had to do for the last month. That was not fun. That's the only part I haven't enjoyed. I mean, it's pretty... this whole time I've had my screen small. I'll fix it for you guys real quick. Sorry about that. There we go. A little better. But, yeah, man, I've had so much fun with this series, and, you know, hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching. I mean, if you made it this far, I'd imagine you have, and I'm glad. I mean, it's been so nice to see the support that I've had throughout this entire series, and I can only thank you guys for that. So, yeah, man, it's all coming to an end, and, you know, I never thought I'd be 84 episodes into this series and maxing an account, but here we are. So, again, just want to thank you guys for all the support and allowing me to continue to make these videos as long as I have. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep making a few more Oak Dungeon doors and be ready to max tomorrow, man. Can't wait. Oh boy, here we are. So it's time. We have 491 construction XP off of 99 and 25 XP off 99 agility. I actually almost got 99 agility because I did a lap at Prif and I didn't know how much XP I'd get, so almost messed that up. Luckily enough, though, we are here with 299s to go, and got a bunch of buddies waiting for me over here. Thought Small XP lamp was maxing. I mean, free to play to max is maxing, but it's close. But we're hopping up in here. Actually, I'm in the wrong world. Shake my head. Everyone's in world 369. I was wondering. I'm like, damn, man, no one showed. Would have been rough, but yeah, there, there we go. Oh my goodness, man. Right world, here we go. Shout out to my homies that might be too low level to make it in here. You're still cute though. I love you guys. All right, walking on in now. We got all the homies up in here, ready to go, ready to max. I mean, you know, obviously couldn't have done this without all the supporters, people watching the video and getting hyped. I mean, if I wouldn't have had any, you know, people enjoying the video, I probably would have stopped it at free to play to main. But build the crate, and that's 99 construction. And then now we'll just go ahead and lamp up 99 agility. Don't want to mess that up. And 99 agility as well. My man, let's go. I'm big pumped. Look at those stats. 2277 total, man. It has all come down to this. So many dreadful hours of agility. But we finally did it. Maxed the account. I never even thought I'd max this. I thought I'd just make it a main. But here we are, big and maxed and ready to go get our cape. So oh man, I'm so pumped. Happy to have everyone here, out here spamming chat. And these select few will be able to now make it on over to the Cool Kids Club over here. And yeah, it's something, man. Oh, goodness, dude. Oh. All right, there we go. Got the homies over here. Talk to Mac, level 126. What a guy. I don't even know what he say. I guess I'll read this. I don't read any of the chat in game, but I'll read it this time. Grunts. All right, cool. That's a vibe. What do you have in your sack? Jeez, what is this? This is my cape. Can I have it? Maybe. All right. Likes to play it close to the vest. 2.27 mil. I'll grab the cape. Oh man, let's do it. All right. Oh, looking slick as hell. My God. There we go. All done, though. Flexing the mustache, man. That mustache with the red hood do be looking nice, though. Can't lie. Kev's going to get in my way. Come on, Kev. What are you doing? Throw up the skill cape emote. Oh, man. Nice little Max boy out here just hanging out, doing what he can. Jeez, it is a good emote. It is a good. I mean, it'd be hard to mess up the max emote, but they did a great job with it. Like all the skills around the head, the levels, it's all good. But as far as the maxing journey, that's where this has come to an end. I still have a couple more things to do, so I'll record that here in a second. As for now, I'm going to go back to Burthorpe and hold a nice little drop party for the homies with some money that I have on an alt account. Give out like 15 bonds, drop like 50 mil, give a little back to the boys that might need it. So yeah, I'm going to go do that right now, and then I'll come back with the last little clips of the video and the outro. So here I am back on the island the day after I ended up maxing. As far as what I've done, I've essentially cleared out most of my bank. I'll show you here in a second, but I will basically clear it all out, and from there, whenever I get back on this account, I'll be doing a T-bow rebuild from scratch. Just me and my T-bow, and whatever untradables I have left in the bank will take on the PVM scene and see what I can do in that regard. But right now, just getting the last few capes made. A nice little imbued Ceradoman cape, and on top of that, a fire max cape. I feel like such a scrub, but come on, man. I mean, I don't care either way. I mean, 99 agility is an accomplishment, and if I have to show that on my max cape, I don't care. I don't care. It still looks okay. Obviously, it's not as cool as it could be. One day down the line, hopefully I'll fix that. But got the assembler one, which is really, really nice. And yeah, man, I mean, just so happy to have maxed. So still the same old mustache, even if I'm maxed. Also got a nice little name change down there, if you guys can see that. I got to teleport first, but yeah, figured I'd change it up, Don't want people telling me I'm not free to play anymore. It's, gosh, man. It's a good meme. Some people were memeing, some weren't, but that's what makes it funnier. That's what made it more authentic. But yeah, in terms of me now, just going to throw everything on in here. I also went ahead and got all this amethyst crystal with my leftover Marks of Grace, 15 mil worth. I'll just transfer that to another account. It's not really a big deal, but just some extra money from doing agility, I guess. And on top of that, as far as my other Marks of Grace, I spent it on all of the recolors, and I have a couple leftover sets for the alternative ones that I can get once I get the requirements to make them. But yeah, essentially, bank's all clear for the most part. Well, I'll come through and wipe it all clean soon, but yeah, just the remnants of what was. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for me for the series. And, it's been a great time. I had a great time making it, and I appreciate you guys all for watching. You guys are what makes it possible. So, and yeah, with that said, that is going to be the end of this episode and this series. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. If you guys want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to subscribe and let me know anything you're thinking about the series or in the future down below in the comments. And if you guys want to check out other platforms that I'm on, I have a Twitter and a Discord in the description down below. Feel free to join the Discord or follow on Twitter if you'd like. But yeah, with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.